Anecdote. You started it. Talk. Stop staring at me, you weirdo.
What?
Hi. Happy Sunday.
Hey guys, it is Sunday. It is the Sunday live haul. Do 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 do. You know, I'm gonna knock stuff over. I got a little excited. Hey everybody, we are back in. I almost said Oregon again. We are back in Las Vegas. We are no longer on the East Coast.
Henderson, to be specific, not really Las
Sorry,
Vegas.
Henderson to be exact, but most people don't know where Henderson is. Although I will say it's really weird. Like I swear, like I've met so many people that when I mention that I live in Henderson, they'll be like, I know somebody else who lives there. Like
I know it's not even really a really big city.
No, it's not. It's not at all. But I guess it's a pretty typical place to live when you live out here because it is kind of like suburbia or whatever. Right. But hey, everybody. Wow, we already have 20 people watching and we have like 3 thumbs up. What's funny is we had 1 thumbs up like 10 minutes before the show started. And I was like, somebody is seeing.
We preemptively rock, I guess.
Somebody is seeing into the future and they already know that this is going to be an awesome show. So just so you guys know, it's going to be pretty good. And
hey,
Chickpea 30 eBay says Vicky looks so cute. I said the same thing today. I think that
this is my little baby pigtails over here. I had to chop off all my hair a couple months ago, and I hate it. And it's trying to grow.
She's very sad about how short her hair is right now. I think really she looks adorable. But yeah, but she was having some.
I have mom hair.
Whatever. She was stressing out a lot over like I don't know not over fourth quarter, but during that time we were going through some stressful stuff. And her hair was doing some weird things and like not so healthy. And so she had to chop it all off. And now it's really good, but it's shorter than she would like, guys.
I was down to like here and I had pretty hair. I liked my hair.
Whatever.
But stress does awful things to your body and your hair is one of them. So when you're really stressed and your hair starts to fall out in chunks, it's kind of
true.
It's not pretty.
Yeah. Oh, anyway. Lorna apparently wants another Katie song later in the video. What about Lorna? Right now? Hey, Lorna, I want to tell you a little story. Okay, you know how sometimes you go to the beach and it's real sunny out. The waves are big. You got some tasty waves. You brought your surfboard. You're out there. You're surfing all morning. And then you know what happens? You're working hard. You're paddling. You're surfing. And then you start building up an appetite and you're real hungry, right? And then usually you'd have to like either pack a lunch or you have to go get yourself some food. But you know what? Maybe, just maybe, you can just use a surfboard that's actually a slice of pizza and then you can eat your surfboard and then you're like done for the day and you're not even hungry anymore.
What have you been smoking? I understand it's legal here, but seriously.
Guys, check this out. I'm a kid and I'm riding a wave on my slice of pepperoni pizza. It's a pepperoni pizza surfboard.
How do I mute this thing?
Later. Whatever, guys. I think that song was awesome. And Lorna, that song was just for you. And the new cat t-shirt comes courtesy of Sherry Stevens, who I believe, Sherry, you're a member of the Boss Group. I'm pretty positive that you are, but you also are a watcher of the show, of the channel. Triple B Farmed is what your name is on YouTube.
Oh, I follow her, I think, on
yeah, I don't know if she's here today watching, Twitter. But anyway, she sent me this t-shirt because she was out thrifting, and of course, when she saw a kitten surfing a slice of pepperoni pizza, she was like, Katie clearly has to have this t-shirt. So she sent it to me in the mail, and what do you know, I'm wearing it because I think it's awesome. I love it. And you know who loves it even more? Victoria.
Yeah, thanks.
I think it's pretty awesome.
Yes, pizza does get soggy. See, she doesn't think literally.
Whatever.
And the sad thing is she's really not on anything. Maybe a little caffeine. This is
Katie caffeine
every day, all day, and usually long into the night.
It's true. Anyway,
I think everybody knows what I'm thinking, Linda. She says, we need a cartoon speech bubble over Victoria's head so we know what she's thinking. I think my face kind of says
I think your facial expressions are very subtle, you guys. I think we know. Anyway, hey, James Thrift, new subscriber, just watched the show I was on with Casey. So I don't know if any of you guys were watching, but what was that, like, not this week, but last week. I was on Casey's live Thursday show and we were talking about the Shine Awards because it was just before It was a little before the Shine Awards applications were due, and so I went on there because I'm all about getting people to sign up for the Shine Awards.
I
did. She signed up. The what do you call it? The admission period or the application period has been closed for a while now, and hopefully they're reaching out to the finalists. I was a finalist last year. I was also a winner last year. Anyway, so I was on Casey's channel talking about that. So great to have you here, James Thrift. And ooh, we got like 30 people watching now. Woo woo. Also on Wednesday's Boss Up and List live show, we are going to be doing, I think we're going to do another intervention episode where we do a live store review. I don't know yet who we're going to have. I had a few people that had said that they wanted to have us do a live store review. So I have like a list of a couple people. But if you are interested at all in, either this week or a Wednesday in the future, what is happening?
Sorry, I moved the
What? Why are you doing this?
You're just talking and I'm looking at stuff. Okay,
you guys.
I like to fidget.
She is pillaging my.
Maybe I need a fidget spinner.
Yeah, she does. Oh, and that would not be like distracting at all if you're over here like
all the kids. I think
anyway, very if you're at all interested in having us do a live store review during our Boss Up and List live show that we do every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, feel free to send me an email. I have my email address is down below, or you can hit me up on Facebook if you find me on Messenger. Because we would love to be able to do that. We think it's a really great way to like help people kind of review their store, figure out ways that they can improve it, and everybody can learn along. So we're going to do that on Wednesday. And I'm going to give out some prizes on Wednesday. I have a couple of cool shirts. One of them was sent to me by another person who's a Boss member, Boss Facebook group member. And if you're not a Boss Facebook group member, you should join that as well. The link is down below. But Lee Corey, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, your last name, it's either Corey or Cowrie. Anyway, Lee sent me a t-shirt that she thought I would be able to do as a giveaway, and this shirt is awesome, I think. So this one says, "Just a boss lady building her empire." How awesome is this shirt? So Lee sent me this in the mail. I really appreciate that. And I let her know that I would definitely use this as some sort of giveaway. So I think I'm going to give this away on Wednesday. And just you wait, because there's more. I thrifted a cool t-shirt. I think I thrifted this in New England.
Yeah, you did.
I did, yeah. Island. So this one is about that boss life, and this is a cool Adidas t-shirt.
I'm surprised you didn't keep this one. You like Adidas.
It's, I do, but it's a large, and it's a men's large, and I wear men's medium. So it would just be a little big on me, so I wouldn't actually ever wear it. So I thought, somebody else could win that. So these two boss t-shirts, I will be giving them away on Wednesday during Wednesday's show, the live show. So you will need to be participating in the chat in order to be able to win.
You must be present to win
one of those. Well, because it's going to be like I'll do some sort of like question, something like that. Anyway.
I'm just here for background.
Yeah.
I'm here to play the straight man to her crazy.
One heck of a thrifter says, "Can't wait to see what you picked up. I'm from Jersey, living in North Carolina. So when I'm visiting Jersey, I go crazy, but hate their prices." Yeah, we had a great time in Rhode Island. We already did a live haul. So if you haven't watched our haul from last week, we actually did that one while we were in Rhode Island. And so a lot of the stuff that we thrifted there, we shared there. I am going to be sharing one thing I found the last day that we did some thrifting there.
I think a couple of my things. A couple of my things are from the last day.
Okay, cool. So she's got a couple of things as well. And then we did a little bit of thrifting this week. Not a whole lot because we both have like a ton of stuff that we still need to like get listed.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. After this, I'm going to be like taking more pictures because I'm out of pictures. So anyway, so yeah, thanks for being here, guys. And it is a little bit warm up here.
The heck was that?
But you know what keeps me cool? My awesome shirt.
Oh God.
You guys want to see it one more time? Because it's pretty great. I mean, I got to stand all the way up because you got to be able to see that pizza. Look at that. Woo!
Did you just make it surf?
Yeah, I did. I had to go, woo!
Ridiculous.
Okay. Anywho, so, and how are you guys doing? Everybody have like decent sales this last week? Have you been getting lots of stuff listed? I think we actually did okay considering we were out of state and we had to we had to extend our handling time to 10 days because I think over 5, you basically have to go from 5 to 10. There's no like 6. Oh, are you sleepy?
I'm sorry, I'm yawning. No, I need some caffeine. Sorry.
Anyway, what was I saying?
Did we have good sales? Did everybody have good sales? Good week?
Oh yeah, so we extended our handling time to 10 days, and then we had to wait a few days and then go down to 5. So we weren't really doing a whole lot of listings. So our sales definitely went down, but like you ended up doing like actually pretty decent for a week.
Yeah, I ended up having like a $1,600 week, which is pretty good. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely it's acceptable. So that was fine. I think I was down about 25% down from where I want to be. That was a pretty good week. And then of course this week has been actually kind of cruddy since we've been back. So I know it's all because I really have not been listing.
Yeah.
So
you really start to see like when you like stop listing, you definitely start to see
the
like
slowdown. And a holiday weekend, and it's hit or miss. So some people are going to have great holiday weekends, and some people you're not going to. It depends on what you sell and who happens to find your stuff, because a lot of people are out going enjoying barbecues and family cookouts and things like that this weekend, and graduations and proms and all that kind of stuff. So
my sales have been pretty good the last few days. They definitely slowed down a lot domestically while we were away. I'm like way down. Like I went under 1,000 for the 7 days, which for me is pretty low for domestic sales. But because I was doing that web interpret program thing, it was like that free trial that like kind of messed up everybody's accounts that like got kind of auto opted in. The one where they put you on like 6 different international eBay sites. For whatever reason, it never caused any glitches on my account. It didn't cause any issues. And so I went ahead and kept going with it for about 20 days. I did opt out a couple of days ago because I just didn't want to chance like I saw like a lot of people were having troubles like getting opted out, like they requested it, and then like days later the stuff would still be going on these other sites. So I went ahead and opted out after 20 days, which everything got taken down within 24 hours, so it was totally fine. But in like the 19 days I was active on these 6 other international sites, I actually had about $1,700 in sales on those international sites. And a lot of that, I think I had like 15 international sales to ship out when we got back from Rhode Island. So actually, with those sales, that made my sales almost like normal sales along with my domestic sales while we were away. So it actually turned out really well for me. Again, I don't really like the program, but it turned out pretty well. So whatever. Anyway, it's like some other people are having some slower sales, but yeah, the last few days has been kind of crazy for me. They've been like,
I just need to list. And I know that I've spent most of this week taking pictures because I was out of pictures. I only got about 15 new items listed this whole week, which is really crap for me. And I know that, but we spent time, unpacking and putting, getting all of the sourced stuff put away and ready to list and washed, and all that kind of stuff needed to get washed. And anyway, so it's been a hectic week. But I'll be buckling down to do some listing today and all day and all night tomorrow.
And I'm going to be taking lots of pictures.
My assistant Dana is coming over to take pictures twice this week, and I took pictures all day yesterday. So yeah, a lot of get a lot of stuff done. So
I
can't even talk. I know that makes sense.
I don't know what you just said.
I don't know. Whatever. Let's move on. Let's talk about our solds.
Let's talk about our solds. But first, I wanted to tell you guys need to hear this story. Okay, listen up. So
I know Allison. Allison's like, I don't want excuses. I want results. Me too. Me too, sister friend. Me too. Yes.
So it's pretty toasty here in the Las Vegas area. It's in the mid 80s right now. It's actually not crazy hot today, but it's going to get up to the hundreds pretty soon. So we've been trying to be more active. We were doing the whole keto thing, which we went away from while we were in Rhode Island. Ate lots of delicious food, but now we're back on it, and we're trying to be more active. So we've been getting up early to go swimming because we don't have a pool ourselves, but we have like in our HOA, we have like a
community pool.
There's 2 of them though, but there's like they're in the same spot.
Key entry community pool. It's like it's private, but it's private to the the several houses in the neighborhood.
So Friday morning we get up, we go walk over because it's like a block away. We go walk over to the pool. It's nice and sunny. We do a little swimming. It's really nice, and we're like, yeah, we really like this. We felt very accomplished, like we've done something already super early.
Exercise at 6 a.m.
Woo! Exactly right. So then yesterday we get up and it's a little colder. And I'm like, I don't know, but we walk over there, and then it was like super windy for some reason, so it was like way too cold for us.
Yeah.
We were like, that's not gonna happen. So then today we're like, okay, this time we're gonna go get in that pool. So we can you see her face already? So key entry, not P entry. Key.
Like you need a key.
Yeah.
K-E-Y.
And so anyway, we go over to the pool. We go in, and luckily we look down into the pool because
it's super clean. The pool is always super clean. It super clear. They come out at once a day usually.
And because it's very clear, we could see something that was on the bottom of the pool. And let's just say
I may never swim again is basically what's happened.
Somehow a rat found its way into the community pool. She's already like gagging. And it's like, I don't think he was scuba diving. I think he was
not sleeping on the bottom.
He was not sleeping on the bottom of the pool. So we were like, I guess we're not swimming either. She's like, I don't know if she's swimming for the rest of the summer. She's like, I need to know that they drain that pool before I'm getting back in it. Well, good luck with that. I don't know. We got
nasty.
We got a rat.
Nasty.
All right. I just thought I needed to share that story because it was pretty horrifying.
It was disgusting.
And then she was real sad.
Like, ew, yes.
And then Victoria stomped all the way home angrily.
I did. I stomped and pouted all the way home because now I want him. He was practicing deep sea diving.
Yeah. See, that's what I think.
That's what I used to tell my daughter when we drive by roadkill, that it was sleeping on the side of the pool.
No, it was not. All right, enough of the silliness, guys. And there's never enough silliness, so come on. But enough of this.
I'm hoping they washed it out at all, Kimberly. That was this morning, and the pool cleaning people, we tried to call the 800 number because it's posted near the pool to have them come out there. They're closed until Tuesday.
Yeah.
So,
but it's a holiday weekend. It's hot here. There's lots of kids in the neighborhood. I guarantee you. I think
somebody's dad fished that sucker out so a kid could swim in the pool.
I'm sorry. That's yes, it's really, really gross, but it's not gonna be there for long. It's probably out right now. The chlorine and everything in it.
Nope.
To me, no worse than people's dirty kids swimming around in there every day.
Ew,
okay.
No.
Kids are gross.
Blech.
Kids are gross. They're dirty. They're gross.
Dead rat.
They're usually sticky. I don't know why. Why are kids always sticky? What's up with that?
They touch sticky things.
Gross. Quit touching sticky things, kids. Knock it off. Okay. Rita says he needed a bath. That's what I think.
Nasty.
Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and look at our solds for this last week. I think we got some good ones. We picked out some good ones. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to go ahead and share our screen, and we're going to start with Victoria. Here we go.
Yep, there's a new song title, Dead Rat in the Bottom of the Pool. Don't give her any ideas.
Dead rat in the bottom of the pool. Dead rat in the bottom of the pool. What you gonna do
She'll be about it all day?
About it. What you gonna do?
Shut your mouth. Can we start the show?
Yeah.
All right.
What you got?
All right. So this was actually a pretty cool sale because I only had it listed for about a week and a half. So there's this thing that I do with Dana, my assistant. Dana Rocks. She puts together a team every year. We all walk for AIDS of Southern Nevada. So we raise money and we do like a little walkathon type of thing. And she's really great. This team I've done it 3 years in a row. And we are always like second place in our fundraising. And we are a really small team. And they're a big corporation. We kick their butt every year in fundraising. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, the top earners or the top fundraisers get to go to a little special thing with Penn and Teller. And so, because they're the sponsors and the MCs of the event. They actually match any donation over $250. So they put a lot of money into this event. So last year, last fall, got to go to this little private dinner with Penn and Teller where they sat at the table and they gave us, they showed us how to do magic tricks and at each of our individual tables, took pictures. It was fun. It was cool. And this was a bunch of stuff that I got for free from doing this walk. Now, I'm not a huge Penn and Teller fan. I wasn't going to keep it. I don't like having tchotchkes in my house, so why not sell them, right? So pretty much I put it up. It was up for a little over a week. There weren't any listed. There had been one Penn and Teller bobblehead that sold in the last 90 days for like $40. I was like, man, there weren't any others listed. So I listed it pretty high and it sold for $101.36.
That's a pretty good sale.
So it cost me nothing.
That's a serious return on investment.
I think so. 1,000 something percent.
There you go. Maths. Just mathing it over here, guys.
Maths.
All right, so my first one, this is something that I thrifted at Buffalo Exchange, and you and I both got a Disney ringer tee that day.
Mine is not listed yet.
Yeah, this one, it says it sold for 120. It didn't sell for 120, guys. It was on sale. I think that was like the full price I listed it at. It was on sale for, I think, like 50% off, and then I took a best offer, so I sold it for $50. I paid $17 for it. The thing with this particular shirt is it actually, I didn't realize it when I bought it, how much bleeding there was from the red. You can see it a little bit in the collar. You can see it on the sleeve, kind of how pink it is. So I thought I was going to be able to sell it originally for more. You can especially see it on this sleeve. It's like super pink around the cuff. So I originally thought I might be able to sell it for more, but when I saw how much bleeding there was, I knew it wasn't going to go for quite as much as I had hoped originally. But $50 I think is a pretty good flip.
I think it's because it was Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Pinocchio, there are so few things with Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket, and there's a lot of Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket fans, and there's not enough. It's not like a saturated Disney market.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I was pretty happy with the sale.
So I think I talked about some Converse even last week, so I apologize, more Converse. But this is another pair that I picked up for $5 at a garage sale. They were barely worn, if worn at all. These are the pair that were not worn. I'm sorry. You could tell they'd never been worn. I sold them for, I paid $5, sold them for $97. Free shipping.
They're cool. They got the little zippy zippers.
Yeah, they were dusty, and clearly my photographs show the dust, but that's a blurry one. But yeah, 97.
Yeah, in very good shape. Because yeah, we had talked about with the Converse, like some of them don't really go for a lot, but when you find ones that are a little bit more unique, like
leather, the lug soles, that kind of thing. Yeah, the higher end ones. So sold for $100.
Nice. All right, my next one. So I already talked about, I showed you guys these when I thrifted them. I got this one and a black one, and I got them at that great garage sale event that they had at the Silverton and hotel in the parking lot. And I got two of them. I paid $20 a piece for them. I already sold the black one. I think I sold it within the first week for $70. This one I also took a $70 best offer. So I've now sold both of those jackets relatively quickly and made some money on them. So I was pretty happy about that. But yeah, anytime you see like these racing jackets, if you can get them for a decent price. I mean, I thought these ones were really nice. Plus they were really good size. This one's 2XL. I believe the black one was a 3XL. So they were just really good prices or good sizes. So next one for Victoria.
I talked about this one, I think 2 weeks ago in our haul video. I had picked it up for, I think, around $8 or $9 at Savers. And it sold for what you see there, $104.96. It was new, like unused.
What the heck is this thing?
It's like a countertop fast cooking type of thing. I don't know.
Is it like a hot plate?
It's kind of like a hot plate. It's I'm sure it's like one of those QVC Home Shopping Network, or where they show the infomercial. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Infomercial type thing. So yeah, this sold fairly quickly. It was listed about a week and a half, had a little carrying case on it.
For when you're on the go and you just
want to take your cooktop with you, apparently.
You want to like fry up some shrimp or do some melted chocolate to dip your strawberries in, You want
to take it with you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like to bring mine with me everywhere.
Hey, why not?
All right, my next one is I sold these Nike LeBron Soldier basketball shoes. I don't know if you can see the size there. These ones were 14.5. Not even the smallest shoes I've ever sold. I think my record is 20, size 20. So these were new. And now these ones I got at Ross. And so what I will do is I will go to the Ross Dress for Less and go to the shoe section. And what I like about Ross is they do a lot of discounts. And so when stuff's been there for a while, they will mark them down. And particularly for the really big sizes, because it's like you gotta obviously like you gotta have like the right dude with giant feet to come in and need a pair of basketball shoes to buy them. And so a lot of times they end up drastically marking down the really large sizes. I've bought like size 20, like I said, size 18, 16, 15.
Like Shaq shoes?
Yeah, just these really big shoes. But I get like so these are originally, it looks like they were, yeah, you can see because they draw on the bottom. See, guys, I don't even bother like erasing stuff off the bottom of shoes. There's no point. Anyway, so these originally were priced at $40. I'm sure I paid probably about $20 for them. And you'll notice I actually have in here, it says new with defects. I don't know if you guys heard, like, it was like a month ago when everybody was freaking out about like Nike was like, had like secret shoppers and they were ordering for people on eBay and trying to make sure that you weren't like selling stuff as new that had defects. So I don't know that any of that was actually happening, but there was a good case to be made for the fact that a lot of times the shoes that end up at Ross sometimes have irregularities, and they usually should say that on the tag, but I don't remember like if I noticed that or not. So I just went ahead and changed all of my Nike shoes that I had without the box to new with defects, which just says, you know, may have minor irregularities. So I've actually continued to sell my shoes with even the ones that are like, I mean, look, I sold this pair for $110, even though it says may have minor irregularities. So whatever. I just wanted to protect myself. I didn't want to be like, just in case they were ones that had any issues, I didn't want to be telling people that they were just, you know, like new when they really weren't. But anyway, so yeah, so if you ever want to like go do a little bit of retail arbitrage, I think that the Ross is a good place to go because they always have like awesome prices on shoes.
Okay, so this isn't like a slam dunk or anything like that, but I only paid $2 for it. So this was what I wanted to say is don't forget to look in the kids department at thrift stores, kids toys and things like that. This was new in the box. The box was a little bit bent in one corner. It had been opened. You can see the box is not in fantastic shape, but it's just this little pop-up hide a tent thing. I paid $2 for it. It was like the 50% off color, and they had it priced at $3.99.
Look at these awesome instructions that are like the step by step showing.
I know, right?
In case you can't figure it out, guys.
Yeah. So new in the box, crappy box. I don't care. I just photographed it. It was under a pound, by the way. So it shipped for like $4 and change. And I paid $2 for it. It sold for $54, $56 in a sale.
Mm-hmm. And you just like put a poly bag over
I put a poly bag over it.
The box was already beat up. It was like, whatever. Yeah, Debbie Porter says that she's never been to a Ross. Going to check it out this week. You know, here's the thing about Ross. I don't really find that they have a lot of like their clothes are pretty low end for the most part.
Women's clothing is definitely crap.
And most of the men's stuff is not great either. However, the shoes are good. Like I said, the shoes are great. And especially the stuff that's marked down. And even the stuff that's not marked down, I've talked before about how you can find the like the art number and style number on Adidas and Nikes. You can look them up in the store and see what they're selling for and look at comps and figure out if you want to buy stuff. I've bought and sold lots of shoes from Ross. I've also sold some jackets. Now, they probably don't have any jackets right now. They do usually turn everything over seasonally. But when it gets to be in the fall, pay attention. If you do go to Ross, pay attention to the jackets because some of them, sometimes they have really good ones. Last year, I bought tons of these Alpha Industries, really heavy duty bomber jackets and sold them all throughout the holiday season and made a ton of money on them. So Ross does sometimes have some really good stuff. And Hustler Hacks, if you ever go check out the Hustler Hacks YouTube channel, he does a lot of stuff at Ross. He does like Ross Finds of the Week. So go check him out if you're interested in looking at what kind of stuff you can buy and sell at Ross. He mostly does shoes, but sometimes he does some clothing there.
So Cheryl had a question. No one complains about price on the bottom. As far as when I leave it on there, no, I've never had anybody complain about a price. I don't clean shoes.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes Goodwill will write the price on the bottom of a pair of shoes, so we'll Savers. I don't clean shoes, period.
I don't either. I don't clean tags. You know, the Goodwills back in Oregon would do like Roman numerals for their pricing. I never bothered to clean that off. And sometimes with those shoes, like the ones I just showed, the silver that they use, sometimes I can rub the number off, but it's really
sometimes like a little wet wipe will rub it off, but
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, time is money. I don't have time to clean crap.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know people do. I know there are plenty of people like scrub the soles of the shoes and all that kind of stuff. Forget about it. I don't have time for that. I list too many things.
Yep. All right. So the next thing I have, so this isn't like necessarily a huge sale, but I have a little story to go along with this. So I had thrifted, not this shirt, but another Jekyll and Hyde musical thriller t-shirt. The one that I thrifted actually had the little graphic logo thing in the corner, like front of the shirt, and it was embroidered. And I thought it was a really cool shirt. And when I was doing my research to figure out how much I wanted to list it for, I saw this exact t-shirt listed on eBay, and it was new but it was a vintage shirt because can see on the tag. It's from the late 90s. It's got this made in Mexico from US made components. But anyway, so this shirt, it was listed as new, and I bought it for $9.99, free shipping, off of eBay. And basically, because I think at the time it was the only other Jekyll and Hyde t-shirt with the same design on it, like the same, like clearly from the same show or from the same album. And anyway, so I went ahead and bought it because it was listed so cheaply. And part of my thinking was I'm eliminating the competition because I really thought that it should be able to sell for more than that. And I didn't really want the same or similar type shirt up that was only $9.99. And secondly, because I thought I could sell it for more, I'm like, I'll just buy it and sell it for more. So I bought the shirt. I bought it like back in like late April. So it took like, by the time I had it listed, I think it was only up for a few weeks. I sold it for $29.99 to somebody in Australia. So not only did I sell it for $29.99, I don't have to pay for the shipping because they paid like another $23 to ship it. So I'm actually going to make a few bucks off of that with my discount. So I'm going to make like $33 on this t-shirt that I paid $9.99 for. The other thing that's funny is this shirt actually was one of the ones that was listed on the Australian eBay site through that web interpret thing. And then when I opted out and they took all my listings down, I got this message from a guy from Australia, and he's like, hey, what happened to the shirt? I wanted to buy it, and now it's not active on the site anymore. And I'm like, oh, it came down from that site, but it's actually still available on the US site. I do ship to Australia. I sent him the link, and he went ahead and bought it. So it all turned out great. Mm-hmm. So you can do some sourcing on eBay. All right, next one.
I know. Sorry about the shoes lately. The past few weeks, I've been like in a shoe frenzy, but it's different names, different brands. Mm-hmm. This was another pair I picked up for $5 at a garage sale. Clark's Wallabies. They sold for, what did I just, 75? What was that?
Hold on.
I think I took an offer for 75 on these. They were on sale for 87. I took an offer for 75.
Yeah. And I think you talked about these when you got them, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I talked about them. I got like four. Oh, it's blurry too. God, sorry. 4 or 5 pair that I got, and they're used clearly. See who cleans the bottom of the soles? Really gross.
Well, not used ones for sure. Sometimes I will clean the bottom of the soles. Because especially I feel like here in Las Vegas, I don't know what people do in the Ross, but they're like, I guess, wearing them all over the store, trying them out. And it's like, it's a brand new shoe and they're all dirty. So I will like take a wet wipe and clean them up a little bit, but that's about it.
But yeah, I sold them for $75, free ship.
Nice.
They went to California, so they cost me like $7. Yeah, Supreme has done a collaboration with Clark. They've done it with the this Wallabies before, and I have seen that Allison just mentioned.
Yeah. Hey, if the shoe flips, buy it. Ha ha ha, Christine, you're funny. I like it. All right, last one, guys. So this one is it's an Xbox jacket, and this is just to show like you should always be picking up stuff that's like gaming related. And this one in particular, I mean, I don't even know. This Crytek Rise, I don't even know what really it is. I don't know.
I'm sure it's a game.
Maybe it's like, yeah, I think it's like a specific game. Anyway, I saw this jacket, and now here's the thing to notice. So this particular jacket, it's North End. There's certain jackets that are used to make like when people get jackets made like for employees and stuff like that. North End is one of them. Port Authority. There's a couple of other ones. Now, if this jacket had just been sold like in a store to like video game fans or whatever, it would probably have like an Xbox label when they're selling like their like merch or whatever. But when you see it with a tag like this, most likely this was like some sort of promotional jacket that was like given to an employee, or they're wearing them like at events and stuff like that. And so anyway, when you see stuff like this, if it's a good price, definitely pick it up. I maybe had this up for a little over a month, and I sold it for $60. I can't imagine. I don't think I paid more than $8 for it. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but that's a pretty good deal. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's Son of Rome game. That's what it is.
Sure, whatever that is.
Whatever that. I think it's like a kind of like an RPG game or something like that. You know, for the nerds. For the nerds. All right, I'm going to stop my screen share here.
Okay.
Hey everybody, we're back. All right, so now we have our actual haul that we're going to do. Let me tell you, the haul, we kind of feel like it's a little bit underwhelming. I think we got some good stuff.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. First of all, the reality is that for week to week, you're not going to have like major home runs all the time. It's just not going to happen.
You're not always going to have a slam dunk every single time.
Yeah. And plus, you know,
we've had some real good weeks lately.
Yeah. And I think it's important that we like actually show like the reality of like, okay, I'm not going out and finding $200 items every time I go out to Thrift, because that's just not true. And I think that's discouraging to people who are watching our show. If it just looks like, oh, it's so easy. Look, we just go to garage sales. We just go over to Savers and we're like constantly finding all this amazing stuff. I think that's unrealistic, and I don't want to make any of you guys feel like that's the way it is. So when it doesn't happen for you, you get frustrated and you feel like maybe you're just not good at this, whatever. So the reality is sometimes you're not going to find the most amazing things.
Right.
Secondly, we both kind of have, pretty much almost never have like death piles or anything like that. But we do have like a bit of a backlog of stuff that we need to photograph and list. I mean, we never have more than
I've got stuff that's about a month old, as far back as about a month old right now, which is a lot for me.
It is, but usually I would say between the two of us, neither one of us ever have more than if we just buckle down for like a week or two, we can just get through it.
Yeah.
So we don't really have that much stuff, but it's like I'm hoping to be all caught up by the end of next week. Yeah. So when we got back, we did go, I don't remember what day it was, but we did go out. Every once in a while we'll be out and I'll be like, let's just stop in at Savers.
We went one day this week for a quick 40 minutes. And then we went this morning. It's 50% off day at Savers. It's tomorrow, actually. But they have like the preview for card
members, which I don't get. I'm like, just have the sale or don't have the sale. They do this thing where it's like, sometimes they have it the day before. All day Memorial Day, it's going to be 50% off. And that's what all their advertising says. But then they do a preview for members, but then they tell everybody that comes in. I think it's silly.
It's dumb.
It's silly. And then I made a mistake and I didn't realize that their summer hours are different.
It wasn't your mistake. I mean, it's everywhere. Their website doesn't say anything. It doesn't say anything anywhere. But anyway, we thought they opened at 10 like they always do on Sunday. Well, they open at 9. So which means by the time we got there, the store was like cleaned out.
we got there. I'm like, oh, we got to get there. Make sure we get there early. And then everybody was already shopping for stuff. But I still found some good stuff.
Yeah, I got a couple things. Not much.
Yeah.
So this week is a little bit light. Not everything's $1 million thing. So I'm just going to talk about a couple of bread and butter things, $30, $40, $50 items. Not everything's $100 item.
Very true.
We all need the bread and butter. We all have it in our store, and that's what's going to, sell every day. So, yeah, you want to go first? You want me to go first? What do you want to do?
Dana wants to know if you showed off the Barbie stuff already. Yeah, we talked about the Barbie stuff.
We did talk about it in the hall last Sunday a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot in there, so I'm probably going to share as I sell some things. I think that's going to end up, as the things sell, more of them will end up in there. But you're going to see it anyway when you come over on Tuesday, because it's kind of all over the place. I've been playing with Barbies for 2 days.
Yeah. But if you guys are interested, like, pay attention to her store, which is linked down below, because it'll go up in the next week or so. If any of you are
Barbie collectors or know anyone that are Barbie collectors, this is a collection that came actually from my cousin. It wasn't so much a collection as this was her Barbies when she was a little girl. They're late 70s, early 80s, very early 80s Barbies, so the collectible ones. And there's some really good rare pieces. And I will tell you, she might be the only 5, 6, 7-year-old at the time that kept every single solitary
it's crazy. Like, she has like the McDonald's, and it's like all the little, like, there's the Big Mac, and you open it up and the Big Mac's inside there.
Yeah. Every single little piece. And it's crazy. The sets are complete. A lot of them come with their boxes. It's crazy. I don't know how, as a little kid, this crap did not get vacuumed up or tossed or lost or eaten like it did when I had stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, I'll be putting some stuff up in my store. Hopefully it'll get up in the next week or so. Some really good pieces, really big pieces. They're all in good shape.
When I was a kid, I got Wedding Barbie, and I proceeded to shave her head into a mohawk and put her in Ken's clothing, and she was my punk rock Barbie. That's the only Barbie I ever got, guys.
I never owned a Barbie doll. My mother was very she was very much a feminist and women's lib, and Barbie at the time was pretty controversial in the 70s, where they thought that she was like a homemaker and it wasn't good for little girls that were supposed to grow up and become president. And so my mom didn't let me have Barbies when I was a little girl, but I used to play with them at my friends' houses. I didn't have Barbies. I had plenty of dolls and plenty of toys and every other way. I just did not have any Barbies. But I also I mean, that's why a lot of adults buy them now, because they didn't get them when they were kids or didn't get what they wanted when they were kids. That's why they collect them now. I'm not that person. So
I was all about Transformers. Those were like the coolest thing ever to me.
My brother had the Transformers.
Christmas time, I was ready for some Transformers. My worst Christmas.
My mother threw away all my brother's Transformers from the 80s, like not that long ago, like after he got married.
My worst Christmas ever was when I got some clothes, which I remember it was like a Minnie Mouse like shirt or something like that, and a Rainbow Bright doll. And I am not joking, guys. I cried because I thought I was going to get a cool new Transformer, and I got a Rainbow Bright doll. I was pretty sad.
I almost bought you a Rainbow Bright doll. Well, I did buy it. I ended up selling it. I was going to give it to you for Christmas as a gag.
It would have been real funny. I probably would have like had like flashbacks, and you would have it would have been real scary. It would have been real scary, guys. I would have like started rampaging, like,
because I've heard the story before. I did buy it and went, oh, I'm gonna wrap it up and give it to Katie for Christmas. I didn't.
All right, let's see what you got.
All right. So one thing I got is this cool little Disney store Lilo. She sings and dances, and it works. I tested it already. She's got a little bit of a loose foot. I don't really know what the deal is going on there. I think it just got detached inside of the thing.
Get her like some sort of orthopedic shoe.
I know, right? Or I don't know if maybe she's supposed to be like that. I can't quite tell. But anyway, it works. It works perfectly. So I'm just going to disclose that the foot's a little loose. Tagged on it, not played with. I paid like $4 for it, and they sell for $70 to $80. So.
And it's really good for freaking your dogs out, because she was playing it yesterday and the dog started barking.
And I was trying to get video of it for my my listing, although I've got to figure out how to put videos and listings again, because I used to know how, and then they changed everything, and I haven't done one in a long time. So I got to look that up. Anyway, so that was a cute little buy. I'll do a couple more and then you can go. Next. This is a brand that my assistant Dana told me about just this week. Yeah, drop foot. Exactly, Christiane. Told me about just this week. It's called Band of Gypsies. And this is what the tag looks like. And they do a lot of collaborations with like Free People and Anthropology. It's a very boho kind of brand. So literally she told me about this, and I found a shirt the very next day. It's actually more of a dress. It's a sheer like baby doll dress. It's real pretty. Oh, that's the back. Sorry. Oh no, that's the front. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Get it together, woman.
I don't know. Anyway, so it's this sheer little baby doll dress with these bell sleeves, these angel bell sleeves. It's really pretty, cute, flouncy, sheer. I paid $8 for it. I'm gonna list it for between $40 and $50.
Not too shabby.
Oh, it's really cute. I think it's all about your photos and how you talk about it. Some people are selling them for $10, $15, $20, but then there are others that are selling for $60 and $70. It's like anything else. It's all about your quality of your pictures, your listing, your keywords, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether you sell internationally, all that good stuff.
Yep.
And speaking of Free People, this is something that I picked up last week in Rhode Island. I paid $3. It's Free People, but it's Intimates by Free People. So it's just like this little baby doll nightgown type thing. It's really cute. This is really cute too. Very pretty lace detail. It's in really nice condition. And I paid, like I said, I paid $3, and I'm going to sell this for $30. And it's really light. All the stuff is first class, super light shipping.
Very, very nice. Christiane says it's boho. You can wear it forward or backward. Nobody cares.
It's true.
Pretty much true. All right. I'm going to show some of the stuff I got. Speaking of sourcing on eBay, sometimes it works out really well. Sometimes maybe not so.
Yeah, this was not a good one.
So I was doing some research on something else that I had, and every once in a while something will pop up, and I, for whatever reason, I'll decide like, oh, I want to maybe try to buy that or bid on that. Anyway, this guy had this Adidas sweatshirt, this vintage Adidas sweatshirt up. Now I'm going to show you, and when you see it on the camera, just like quickly, you're going to be like, holy cannoli, that's the coolest thing ever, which is what I thought as well. And this is definitely, a vintage. Look at how amazing this is, you guys. This is a sweet Olympics vintage Adidas sweatshirt Very, very cool. Like tons and tons of embroidery. Now, the guy only had a couple of pictures. They were terrible pictures. You could see it was
on the floor.
Yeah, it was on the floor. You could see that there was lots of pilling on it. It was just like pretty worn out. But I was like, I still think I could flip that. Ones that are in good condition, you can sell for at least $250. So I did bid on it. And I think like how he had it categorized was like all weird.
His title was crappy.
He didn't accept returns, all this stuff. So I bid on it and I ended up winning. In between the price and the shipping, I think I paid about $70 for it. So it's a little high. Now I got it and it was in terrible condition. Yes, all the pilling was on it, but that's fine because I used like the little fabric shaver and stuff. But it also is like super, you can't really see it, but it's like, or maybe you can, I don't know. It's like super stained, like yellow.
Twice. It's the only reason why it's touching me right now, because the way it came in.
It's got yellow stains on this white here. It's got like bleach spots or something like all over on the black. It's just like in rough shape. And at first I was like, well, I'm going to do like an item that is described. But then when I went and looked at the listing again, he did mention that it had some staining. He did mention that it was worn and it had pilling. There were only two pictures. The pictures were terrible, but I wasn't really like, I kind of went over it too quickly. So I don't really think I have a case. Like he could have said, I don't know, it's excessively stained and it like looks awful. But whatever, like I should have been paying attention a little bit more. I just didn't really feel like I had a case for saying it was like not described appropriately. So whatever, my bad. But I did get all the pilling off. I'm still working on the stain thing. I don't know if you guys have any like good advice for really getting out some. See, and some of it though, look at this. Some of it is because of this yellow material. I'm just now seeing it in this light goes across here. So that's actually not staining there. Some of it is. There definitely is some staining.
It's gross.
It's hard to say. Anyway.
It's in really crappy condition.
It is. It's in better condition than when I got it. So whatever. I'm hoping I'm definitely gonna be able to get my money back because this is like an amazing piece. And somebody could do something like, especially the back is in better condition. I mean, somebody could frame it and put it up on their wall. I know that sounds kind of weird.
The black parts. You could take a black magic marker and try to cover that up.
So somebody could still get. I feel like I could sell it for like 100. Maybe make a little bit of money on it, but I really shouldn't have got it in the first place. But yeah, still,
it's in bad shape.
It's so cool. I wish it was in better condition. Anyway,
I would have sent it back.
The thing is though, I just didn't think it would be fair because I felt like he didn't take returns, so I couldn't just return it. And when I went back and looked at the listing, it did say it was pretty bad. And when I looked at the details of the picture, when I zoomed in, I could see a lot of the things I didn't notice when I just looked at it the first time. So I think it was my own fault.
It's a combination of the two.
So I wasn't going to like try and force him to pay to take it back. Like I wasn't going to do that. Anyway, okay. So today, even though we've made it late to the Savers thing, which I generally don't like going to the big 50% off sales because there's people running in the store. It's super packed. People are obnoxious. They're jerks. She found like a vintage sweatshirt that somebody stole out of her cart because she was like going to show it to me. And it was like a Disney sweatshirt. She's going to show it to me and she's like, wait, why isn't it here? And it's like, it was just gone. So lame. Anyway, so I got this cool bomber jacket, vintage, kind of satiny, not quite
blurry somehow. I don't know what happened.
It was trying to focus. Anyway, it's a vintage. It's King Louis, made in the USA. So this is like probably 80s. It's in really good shape. It says Ansel on it, which is like a chemical company. They make some sort of like probably industrial chemicals or something like that. Anyway, it's just a cool jacket. So I was stoked to find it. It was a little overpriced, $15.99, but I paid 50% off, so that's not too bad. I should be able to sell it for like $50 or whatever. So at least I found a couple of good things. And I'll show you real quick. Yeah, I can't reach it. This other jacket I also found today. This is a very lightweight little bomber jacket, and this one says Justin on the back, which if you don't know that brand, that is like a Western wear brand. They make cowboy boots and stuff like that. And shirts, so I thought that was a nice backpack. It's a very lightweight kind of windbreaker bomber jacket. I should be able to sell it for like $30. This one was way overpriced too, $15.99, but again, half off, so I was like, okay, but $30, $40, whatever. That's what I got. How about you?
I picked up, this is just one of those bolo type of brands. It's called Matilda Jane, for those of you that are not familiar with it. They make kind of like mommy and me clothing. So like Hannah Anderson, it's high-end children's clothing, and they make the mom's clothing that matches it, like LuLaRoe does, that kind of thing. They were pre-LuLaRoe though. Anyway, it's Matilda Jane. This is a woman's dress. It's cute. It's cute. It's soft. It's well made. You can feel the quality when you touch the clothing. It's really nicely made. This was $11.99, so I paid 50% off of that. So I paid $6. I'm going to list this one for about $75.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's really cute. Their stuff is very cutesy. Matilda Jane has a lot of stuff with ruffles like this. They have the ruffle bottom pants and stuff for kids and toddlers and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, see you next Tuesday, Dana.
Rude, but literal.
It's true. She's coming Tuesday to work. So there's that. Another thing that I love to pick up when I'm out thrifting is vintage lingerie. I love old nylon or silk or satin nightgowns or nighties. This is a vintage 70s peach set with some lace, and it has the little matching robe. It's long. It's a long set. It's got a little collar on the robe. I paid $3.50 for the set. I like the selling these sets because they're sold, it's a peignoir set. It's P-E-I-G-N-O-I-R, and that's what it's called. If you look them up, there are some that are that sell for hundreds of dollars, certain brands. This isn't any specific great brand. I think it was called Rutledge, made in the USA. It's nothing fantastic. This is from the 70s. But I'll probably still list this and sell this one for about $40 or $50 for the set.
Nice.
So I can't stand touching. I get what you're saying. It does feel kind of gross. I know what you mean. That type of nylon. I wouldn't want to wear it. I don't like wearing that type of material, but I know what you mean about the touching it. Let's see. Christia and Victoria, I want to see the custom dress you ordered. It sounds really cool.
Yeah,
it's from that website, Shakati or Shataki. If anybody knows what I'm talking about. It's just it's a pinup style dress. I just had it custom for my measurements, and it fits really nice.
Well, let me show a couple things. You go grab that dress and you can show it to them.
All right.
Because they want to see. All right. So the next thing I got, this is stuff I got from one of the savers here in town earlier this week when we went one night. And so this one, it is a leather and wool Letterman's jacket. It's not vintage. It's getting close to it, though. It's from 2001. It's actually a Super Bowl 35 jacket. This is Tampa, Florida. This one, I took the thing off of it, but I don't think I paid very much for it. I think I only paid like maybe 15 at the most for it, 10 or 15 bucks. So I think that's a pretty good deal. I was like getting all the Super Bowl type stuffs. Go ahead and show it.
Oh, okay. So the brand is eShakti. It's a brand out of India. The clothing actually came from India. So this is the tag. They have custom clothing, but they also have regular off the rack clothing. And it's just a brand that, for whatever reason, it ended up on my Facebook page. So
because you're probably always like shopping for dresses, which you are.
Yeah, I like dresses. I like to wear dresses. I'm a very girly girl. So I'm one of those people. I'm very curvy. So I'm big on top, small in the middle, a little wide. So I'm between like a 10 and a 12 usually in sizes. And if it fits me on top, it doesn't usually fit me on the bottom. And it's that kind of thing. So having something custom made is really nice. So you design the skirt, you pick the skirt size, you put your measurements, you can pick your collar. It actually has this has pockets. So it's just it has lemons on it. It's just really cute. It's Dupani silk. So it's and it has pockets, and it's got a big full skirt and a fitted top.
It's really, really adorable. It's got like kind of like a high waistlet.
Yeah, it's like they call it like fit and flare is the kind of style. And that's the kind of style that I like because it actually shows that I have a waistline.
Yeah.
Because once you
fits her perfectly whenever she finally wears it.
But it may make an appearance at eBay Open. We'll see.
Yeah. So if you're coming to eBay Open, you can see her in it probably. So I don't know how many of you guys are actually going to be coming to eBay Open, but hopefully a lot of you, because we really want to meet everybody and get to hang out and chat with you. And if you do come to eBay Open, make sure you come up to us and introduce yourselves. Don't be scared. I'm just as silly and ridiculous in real life and in person. It's
you won't be able to miss me.
That's how I won her over, guys, by being real silly. Yeah. When she met me in person, I had a complete mohawk going on, much like my Barbie doll. I was wearing the most hideous Hawaiian shirt. And actually, no, when I met you, I wasn't wearing that. But that same day, that first day that I met you, I did wear my Hawaiian shirt with my horrendous mismatched Hawaiian shorts because we were going out to Tiki Bar.
It was ridiculously awful.
Oh, it was real bad, guys. It was real bad. I had pasty white legs. Okay.
She's like translucent white.
So I find out later she didn't like my haircut. She didn't like what I was wearing, which I was wearing it to be funny, guys. Okay. I was not trying to impress anyone with my fashion sense. I also had too many rum drinks, so I was a little intoxicated. All things that came together to make this one apparently be interested. I don't know. That's weird. I think it's a little weird.
I don't know.
It's a little weird.
A little bit.
Anyway. All right. So I'll show a couple more things. So this, again, these are from when we went the other night. And this is just, I call this is called a soft shell jacket. I'm sure most of you have heard that. Soft shell. It's usually all one word. Some companies will make it two, but it's generally all one word. It's just a type of jacket, kind of, I don't know if they're necessarily like waterproof. They're kind of like weatherproof kind of jackets.
It's almost like a neoprene, but not quite.
This one is, yeah, see here, they say soft shell with a little dash in it. But this is Landway, which is another one of those companies that people use, like companies will use to make company jackets and everything. And that's exactly what this is. It says Volkswagen on the back. So I don't know if this was from a specific dealership or just Volkswagen in general.
Could have been an employee jacket.
Yeah, it's just some sort of employee jacket is basically what it is. And so, yeah, so I bought this. Again, I paid maybe $10 for it. I should be able to sell this for, I think I'll be able to sell it for about 60.
Cool.
Volkswagen is like, you know, it's a good brand and it's a nice jacket. So, all right, you want to go ahead?
Sure. So I picked this up today. It was priced a little bit high at $25. So I paid $12.50, and $12.50 is about the max that I would have paid for it. It's just a Torrid dress, Torrid's the plus size women's clothing, but it's new with tags, and it's from there. It's a big girl dress, and it's, let me see what size it is. Yeah, it's a 26, so it's pretty big. But it's from their pinup clothing line.
Wow.
So pinup is real popular, and it's a really cute, pretty dress. So I think, you know, put on the mannequin well with the right keywords. The retail,
Torrid?
Yeah, Torrid. And when I put it on it's their retro chic line by Torrid, and it's new with tags, and it retailed for $68. I think I can sell it for pretty close to 60, 70 bucks, even, you know, even though it's not, because what happens is people like certain styles and designs from Torrid, and once they're gone, they're gone. You can't find them. So,
and Torrid does a really good job of they do some really cute stuff for, you know,
for plus size. They really do. You know, I've used to be in plus size clothing, and it was the lower end of the plus size clothing because regular clothes were, you know, I was a chubby girl. So Torrid was usually the place that I would go and find stuff that I like, because nothing like everything. And you know, if any girl that's a plus size girl, you know what I'm talking about. Plus size clothing is usually made very matronly, very ugly, not current or cool, and Torrid is one of the companies that actually does well.
They do really good trendy stuff.
Exactly. Trendy, fashionable, cool, funky.
Yeah. And because they're one of the few companies that actually does that, their stuff sells for more. And like she said, like once they go out of
and they're pretty high priced, and I get it, but they kind of have a corner on the market premium for that stuff. So yeah. I only have I have 3 more things. You want me to just keep going?
No, I got a couple. Let me here. I'll show you this jacket. So this again was from the other night. This is probably the best thing I found. This is a vintage Mets jacket. It is by Majestic. It's really nice. It's got like a fleece lining, so it's a really nice warm jacket for baseball. So I bet this will probably sell like more like towards fall, but I'll get it listed. It was priced at I paid up a little bit for it. I think it was overpriced at $29.99. I got it for 25% off. The girl like ringing me up was like, "Oh, you're really lucky to get this. I don't know who priced this, but they underpriced it." Like she was trying to say like it should have been priced at like $50. And I'm like, no, it was already overpriced. I didn't say that to her, but
they're getting a little bit. I mean, they need to like relax.
They're getting a little crazy.
They're getting a little crazy. Yeah. What did we see today in the case?
Oh man, they had all these new Adidas NBA basketball jerseys. But they were, first of all, they were overpriced in general. They were priced $120. But I had them take them out because I didn't know which ones they were exactly. They were Golden State Warriors, and there are certain ones like the Pro Cut ones that sell for a few $100s. So for 50% off, paying $60 a piece, yes, I would have bought some of them depending on which ones they were. Well, once I got them out, they were clearly fakes. Like they were terrible. You could really tell they were way too lightweight. You could really tell from the stitching. You could tell from the NBA logo, the little guy. You can, if it's really, if you look at a jersey, I mean, there's certain details that like the better you are at doing it, the more you can recognize it. But overall, this goes the same for like purses, really high-end stuff. The stitching, if you look at it and it looks really shoddy, it's probably not real. Because on jerseys, like on those really nice, expensive, professional sports teams jerseys, they're heavier. They're really nice stitching. You're going to be able to tell the difference. And man, these were terrible. And they had them priced at $120 a piece. And I'm like,
even 50% off at $60, it was ridiculous.
Yeah. They're fake.
If they were real,
like, yeah, exactly.
That's a ridiculous price, even if they're real.
If they were real, there was one in particular that had it been real, I would have bought it because I could have sold it for a few $100s. Not real. So anyway, but yeah, so I got this jacket and I should be able to sell it for, I don't know, $60. We'll see.
Okay. So I picked this up today. This is like a vintage 80s track jacket. It's small, so that's good. It's got that working against it, but it's got the cool little stripes on the sleeve. It's just a nylon or polyester jacket. It's got Levi's, the 80s Levi's. This was a short-lived version of the Levi's logo in the 80s, like early to mid 80s. And it was $10.99, so I paid 50% off of that. Oh, it's a medium actually, but it's a smaller size medium, I think. Anyway, so I'll sell that, and I'll probably list that for 40 or 50. I sold something else from this era from around the same price.
Nice.
And then this I picked up. So Marc Ecko Cut and Sew. It's a division of Marc Ecko that I really, really love. It's kind of a trendier. It's a little bit less urban hip hop than it is more current. Almost a little bit of a rocker edge to it. So they have a lot of skull things. This is a super thick, really, really well-made sweatshirt by Marc Ecko Cut and Sew.
That's nice. It's all embroidered.
It's all embroidered. I've sold many things by this brand. See how it's got the little skull thing there in the front? It's just really cool. It's a very nicely well-made sweatshirt. They had it priced a little high at $15, but I'm going to sell this for $60 or $70. It's a good size. It's a good color. It's practically brand new. It feels really nice. So I have sold similar sweatshirts to this same brand for like 50, 60, $70. So
Leah and Addie says, I kind of like when my Goodwill overprices things because those end up at the bins.
True.
So here's the thing, especially when I was back in Oregon, where I thrifted, the Goodwills I thrifted at, I found some good stuff all the time because what I love about, I mean, yes, it might end up at the bin, so that's definitely true. But also, there are a lot of people and a lot of resellers who do not like to, they want to get everything for 50 cents. They want everything for a couple of dollars. Anything more than a couple of dollars, they're like, it's overpriced. And so what I found is that as I've gotten better at knowing brands and knowing like what I can actually sell something for, I know when I can spend a little bit more on it. So here in the Vegas area, I feel like there's a lot of resellers and I don't think anything gets left around for long. But in Oregon, where I was shopping in the Salem area, at a lot of the Goodwills, people didn't want to spend 20, 30 bucks on a jacket. And I'm like, if I know I could sell that jacket for 100, 150 bucks, of course I'm going to spend 20, 30 bucks on it.
Yeah.
And so I would find good stuff all the time that people just shy away.
I don't mind spending up if I know I'm going to get a good price for it. And yeah, that's the thing.
Yep, absolutely.
I got one more thing.
It's a real nerdy thing.
It's totally nerdy. I paid up for it. I bought this on Thursday, so I paid $21 for it. It's a Star Wars Boba Fett trilogy collection. It's in the box. Box is in great condition with the exception of this little stickers peeling up on the sides. But structurally, the box is in great condition.
What's the year on this?
2004, I think it said.
Yeah, so it came out like when they probably like did like
there's a bunch of them like around
reissue.
revivals and stuff like that. So I paid 21 for it. I'll probably sell it for 70. It is complete. He has been taken off the card, so I thought it was new in the box. It's not. It doesn't appear to be played with because it even has the little plastic things that tie it onto the back of the card. So it is complete. But I'm going to sell it as used and complete in good condition. So it'll probably sell for 60, 70 bucks. I paid 20 for it. Not a great ROI, but
whatever. It's still a cool piece.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
All right, so I'm going to show you guys some t-shirts as my last little hurrah. Just a few things I found. I think this, actually, when we went to that Savers the other night, it was like in the men's section, I found like all kinds of stuff. It was crazy. Like nothing, I mean, you know, like that Mets jacket was probably the best thing that I found, but I just found like a bunch of little things, and I found some cool vintage t-shirts, and this was one of them. It's San Diego Chargers. This is from, I think, 96, so 1996, so it is vintage. It's in great condition. I don't even know if it was worn much. So it's Bugs Bunny, so it's got the Warner Brothers crossover thing going on, double branding, and so I think this will do really well. We find a lot of San Diego Chargers stuff around here. Made in the US. So I was stoked about that. I should be able to definitely get at least $30 for that. So I was pretty stoked. There is the one thing that I found in Rhode Island that I teased a little bit on the haul video that I just put out a couple days ago. This is probably my favorite thing that I found. It was $2.49, and then I got 25% off of that, I think. This is a vintage ringer tee. It's either early 80s, maybe it could be late 70s. It's in great condition, and it says, "On the 8th day, God created Dallas Cowboys." I think it's adorable. It says it's a women's medium, but it's actually just a men's medium. It's a men's t-shirt, but it's super small because it's like a vintage. But I love it. I love these ringer tees. I feel like I could sell this for, it's a really small size, but at least 50, 60 bucks. I love it. That was great. All right, also found the other day at Savers, I found 2 of these. I always pick up stuff like this because I think it's super nerdy. And there's people out there going to be into this. This is, I haven't looked up the company, but it looks like ADEX, I think. Aerospace, so it's some sort of like flight. This is it's got like a picture of a 747 jet airplane on it.
Keep touching me.
I think these are new. There's 2 of them.
I don't care. They were still in a rack at a store.
Yeah. Get over it. I don't know what's happening with my hair here, guys. Anyway, so I got 2 of them. This one's got like a little pocket on it. These are like maybe late 80s, early 90s, probably late 80s. Anyway, there's going to be like nerdy people out there who like this kind of stuff, like aerospace type stuff, technology. So we got a couple of those. I should be able to sell this for like 25, 30 bucks each. I think they're pretty cool. So that's everything that we have for our haul. It's already after 3. Sorry. What happened?
We were so busy chatting about your surfing pizza cat early on that we kind of.
Christiane says, while in California, I found a cool Star Wars / Vans Hawaiian hat with Yoda print. Cool. Gag me with a spoon. Why are you being gagged with a spoon? Because I'm touching her with the material. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know. Probably. She probably feels my pain with your disgustingness.
I'm so sorry. If you're going to cry, let me wipe up your tears.
Yeah. Stop. Close with the song. Lorna, stop encouraging her.
Somebody doesn't like my singing. That's why there's a down vote right now, guys. I'm sorry. So sorry.
You do know that we did karaoke 3 times while we were in Rhode Island. There is video. You should have her post it because she has video and she wouldn't post it because I filmed her.
No, it wasn't I wouldn't post it. It just didn't really fit.
Seriously, I do, Cheryl. I need to shower after every haul video because she's constantly touching me with dirty crap. I'm glad you feel my pain because it's gross.
Indeed.
We both love karaoke, actually. So that's what we're doing for my birthday in a couple weeks. We have a karaoke birthday party.
We're getting like a private karaoke room at this karaoke place. Anyway. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for coming and watching the show with us and being here with us again this week. This is actually our 10th live show.
Wow.
And I feel, I mean, I know that's not that much, but I think it's pretty awesome that we haven't missed a single Sunday yet.
Nope.
There's been, I think, 2 times when we did have to change the time for it just because of different circumstances. But I am really, it's really important to me that I keep super consistent with putting out these videos. I want you guys to be able to expect to get certain content from us. So I'm glad, I'm excited that we got to our 10th episode. Pretty stoked about that. Please, if you are not in the Boss Facebook group, go ahead and come and join the Boss Facebook group. It's a super awesome group. We do our Boss Up and List virtual listing party every Wednesday, along with the Boss Up and List live show. And again, this Wednesday, we're going to do another intervention, otherwise known as the live store review with one of you guys. So that should be super fun. I'll let you know who we're going to be having on the show that morning. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit subscribe and make sure you hit the little bell notification next to it. If it's not already, some people say that like it already highlights when you subscribe. I know sometimes it doesn't. So you just want to make sure that it is up so that when new content gets uploaded, when we do live shows and stuff like that, you are going to be getting notifications so you don't miss out.
And I don't have a channel, so don't try to subscribe to me. I think a couple of people have. I do have a YouTube account. I mean, you feel free to follow me, but there's nothing on there except maybe some old videos that I used to upload to some listings. Like I don't have a channel. This is her. This is all her. I'm just the sidekick.
Yeah. I think it's pretty fun having you on. She is my cute sidekick. Anyway, yeah, so make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button if you like the show. If you didn't like the show, you can hit the download button. It's
Somebody already did.
Somebody already did. And I'll be a little sad about it, but we all are entitled to our opinions. Anyway, thanks again for coming, guys. And man, I'm hot. I think maybe we should try to go find a rat-free pool somewhere. No. We have a friend who lives down the street who has a pool. Maybe we can go jump in her pool.
Yeah, maybe later.
Because I'm hot.
I'm hot. Work.
All right. Thanks, guys. And we will see you later. So,
bye, guys.